Okay, welcome back. More Marvel Champions custom content. Today we're revealing Naruto, and that'll put us halfway through the planned hero releases I have for the Naruto box I'm working on. So we're also working on some scenarios. I've been working with Insano actually, and he's given me quite a bit of ideas, stuff to work on with scenarios. I don't have anything presentable yet or testable yet, but it is coming. So, Naruto. So Naruto was actually the last one I ended up doing. I could never really settle on anything that I really wanted Naruto to do that wasn't like super basic, or I don't know, there was just a lot. I wanted Naruto to feel like Naruto, but I didn't want it to be boring, because a lot of times I feel like, and this isn't really a comment on any other custom content I've played, but I think it's easy to make the titular character to just kind of be blasé or something along those lines. So anyways, Naruto I came up with last. So I wanted to play. I went up to the Pain arc. I don't know if I've mentioned that in the other videos, but for Sasuke and Naruto specifically, I went up to the Pain arc at the end of it. So they don't have any other crazy end of anime manga abilities. So I wanted to play into Sage mode. I knew that. So Naruto's AE is finding the Sage mode / adding chakra counters to it. I also wanted to make a point to not use a ton of counters or have a bunch of things that you have to keep track of. I wanted to keep it mostly streamlined, and that's for every character that I've done so far in the Naruto stuff. When I first started, Sakura was the first one I was working on. When I first started, Sakura had like several things that she had to keep track of, and I knew right away that I didn't want to do that. So I completely scrapped it and went with a more simpler, usually they have one upgrade they have to care about that they will keep counters on or something like that. Yeah, he has high recovery, obviously, the 9 tails inside of him, 11 HP, 6 hand size, Jinchuriki Ninja, all normal stuff for the ninja sets except for the Jinchuriki. And I have no Jinchuriki support right now. Naruto's hero side, bad at thwarting, good at attack defense, standard hand size, good HP. He has 2 hero abilities. So the first one is the Shadow Clone. He gets to find them, and there's no limit. So and there's 3 in his kit, so he can find all 3. And then Rasen Shuriken, he has 3 Rasenguns that he can equip on himself. They all have temporary, so they fall off. But if you have the money and you're in Sage mode, you can throw the Rasengun. I've used it a couple times. It's very satisfying. So you gotta have drip. Okay, let's get to it. So we open with Gamakichi. I wanted it to be Gamabunta, but there wasn't really a lot of great art for Gamabunta, and the flavor quote cracks me up for this. So I was gonna make it a support, but I thought it was really cool to actually make it an ally. Especially since Naruto, of the 3, really uses his summons proactively throughout the show. And Gamakichi's just here to help him fix up his hand, because if you run out of Rasenguns, you can kind of run into trouble, and then it's just another way to keep your Sage mode stacked up. He is expensive, but it's 4 HP. He's incredibly useful when you get him out. One of charging up. Just another way for you to find Rasengan and add it to your hand after you've like kind of burned through them. I think I've only used this card like 1 time so far, but yeah, pretty standard. I was considering making cause 0, but I'm not pressed right now. I need more testing on Naruto, so the next 3 I don't have as much testing on. Naruto only have a couple games, but yeah, that would be one of the things I would consider changing. I think overall it's fine though. Double Rasengan, pretty sweet card, deal 5 damage, and then if you have your Rasengan, instead of paying the 3 to throw it, you can use double Rasengan, and it'll discard the Rasengan and do 5 more damage to something. I've used it twice, I think. Even just the 2 for 5 is pretty good. So the 2 for extra 5 feels really nice. I really like it. It's a 2 of. Sexy Jutsu is his 3 of. It's a thwart. Everything's pretty on pace here. 1 for 2 in a identity card is lower, but then he gets a choice of either restocking his deck with Razengans. As you can see, they're probably pretty important. I've given a couple ways to get them back. Or he can confuse someone, which is thematic and strong, especially with a 1 thwart hero. Can buy him time, or buy people time to flip. It's really good. I don't foresee any changes for that. All right, Sage mode, the first one. So this is his AE ability. It finds it. So I was stuck on Sage mode for a really long time. It's obviously really important. It's like his thing, which helps him beat pain. I knew I wanted it to be important, but I didn't want it to just be like a stat stick. Like, play this, get 10 HP, buff all your stats. Because it's boring to me. Stat buffs are usually the most boring kinds of cards. At first I had an idea that he could get Talk No Jutsu, which is the meme that Naruto always talks everyone down to win, which started with pain. And it was going to be tied to like his Nemesis set and all this. It was so convoluted. But the idea was whenever he thwarted, he got to do damage to something. So like responding like his emotional damage he's causing them with his Talk No Jutsu. So I put it on Sage mode. So whenever he thwarts, he can damage something. And he's got the mini game of can he keep it up or not. Because in the show he charges it with his Shadow Clones, which is kind of what I do here as well. It's really fun. I have fun with this mini game. I don't know if everyone will. It's a very strong effect. It makes Yellow Naruto very good. And I think I'm okay with that. I don't really think this is going to change, but this is where we're at right now. And then Shadow Clone, he's got 3 of these. So this was based on Army of Ants from Ant-Man. Yeah. Exhaust it, deal 1 damage. And then you can discard it to place a counter on your Sage mode. This is the main way that you can keep Sage mode up. You can do it in AE, but it's really not practical. It's not very efficient. And then you can use Gamma Kichi to also keep Sage mode up. But you discard it, and his hero ability can pay 1 resource, you find it, and put it back out. So you discard it, charge up. So there is like a loop where you have all 3 out, you deal 1 damage, you deal 3 damage, and then you discard it and fill up your Sage mode. And then if you have the resources, you can pay 1 for each Shadow Clone to get them back out, and you could theoretically do it again. So 3 more damage. At first I had these come out exhausted because I didn't want like abuse, but until I see something like really abusive, I'm fine with them coming out untapped. Because my friend was telling me that 3 cost for 3 damage is really not good at all, which he's right. But yeah, that was the first limiter. That has been removed. Visage of the Fourth, iconic scene, fixes Naruto's really bad thwart, and helps him because he used to be really money hungry. He's still pretty money hungry, but this helps a lot. And I really like that the wild resource works for his Rasen Shuriken. And then his last 3 are Rasengan. There's 3 of these. I use the new discount word. I know it probably doesn't work like this, but it seems straightforward enough to me to work it like this that I went with it. So it gets discount 1, so it costs 1 less for every Shadow Clone you control. So if you have all 3 out, it's free. It counts as 2 restricted cards. It's temporary, so it goes away at the end of the villain turn, and then you get all your basic powers buffed. This is the stat stick card. And I added enough to it that I think it's not just a boring stat stick, because you can also throw it. And then you have the double Rasengan that also gets rid of it. I've really enjoyed this card. It's very fun to use. I think Naruto came out extremely fun. I think he's really strong, especially with Sage mode, allowing him to thwart and deal damage if you keep it up, which can lead to some crazy numbers. I think I'm okay with it, at least right now, until I see more testing. And we might see more testing because I handed it off today to 2 people, so we will see how it goes. His obligation, I love Nemesis sets, so his obligation is very unique / a mix of a couple people's obligations. So as you can see, he has the force action from the Enchantress sets, which I ended up using, I think, in Gara's set as well. I really like the forced action ruling, so I would like to use it more, to be honest. But yeah, this one comes with a negative. That's pretty negative on Naruto, unless you're yellow, and then but also comes with the benefit that like Enchantress was doing. And then he can brick your Sage mode. I've had it come out, and I did get rid of it the very turn it came out, but it's only happened one time, so the numbers might be off on that forced interrupt. They might be too high, but I definitely don't want it to be a freebie because, you know, Ninetales is a big deal in the show. And Naruto fighting his rage is also a big deal, so 4 boosts because nobody gets free lunches around here. My goat, Pain. Yeah, not a whole lot to say. He has the same effect that my modular Pain does for the forced interrupt, where he would take any amount of damage, he prevents it once per round. Shinra Tensei. And then after he activates, he can remove counters from cards you control, so he can hurt your Sage mode. Yep. Not much to say. Looks great. IMO. Village in the Rain, gorgeous art. Thank you, Kishi. Yeah, it's pretty simple. I don't think his Nemesis set is too crazy complicated. It's just pretty... It's going to be a lot of threat, which he struggles with, unless you're yellow. So he may be hard-coded yellow, but I think Naruto can work in any color. But he does get a lot of bonus from being yellow. Yep. Pretty standard. My goat, Conan. I love this art. It's so good. She just kind of flummoxes you up. Not much to say. 2 boosts. Looks great. Doesn't hit hard, but status locks people. Oh, and she also removes all-purpose counters. So they both hit Sage mode. Notably, she's not elite. I wanted to be pretty unique with the rest of the set. So we have this attachment that can kind of muck up a lot. And then, there was a reason. Oh yeah, the forced action again with the negative, but then also a ready attached to it. So it's still got a benefit, so you may want to keep it around, honestly, if you can afford to keep dealing indirect damage to people or yourself. Pretty simple. Huge boost icons if it doesn't come into play. You're going to be getting hit pretty hard by Naruto's set. So this is the last treachery, and it does some damage when it comes out, and then if you kept unleashing the beast around, this is the card that punishes you for it, so it gains surge. And then it has the classic do 1 damage to every character you control, because I think that's a funny boost and also a punishing boost. This is the lowest boost icons in the set, but it's still a lot of damage locked into these cards. So Naruto, the boost may get nerfed a little bit. Like this probably doesn't need to be 4. But yeah, I always tend to have very difficult Nemesis sets because I do think that my characters are quite strong, and so I kind of see it as a balancer to me. But this might be a little too harsh. Only testing we'll see. I can't imagine you're losing too many games to this kind of stuff, but yeah. Anyways, that's Naruto. I think the next reveal will be Kakashi. I hope to see y'all there, and thanks for watching.